Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're going to work on some division today. But when I started thinking about what problems should I include in my division lesson, it came into my head, boop. There was this problem I heard of one time where these 5 people were spending $72.35, and they were going to split it up, and it was going to be like their meal, but they couldn't split it evenly because one of the people only had $11.23. So that person was going to pay just the $11.23, but the other 4 were going to pay the difference. And so the other 4 were going to pay, they were going to take the $61.12, and they were going to have to divide that up. So that, I don't know, that problem just popped into my head when I said I was going to start doing some division. It didn't pop into my head?
No, you're reading it off a piece of paper next to the computer.
Okay, nowhere on here does it say $61.12 divided by 4. Nowhere.
Nowhere. It does not say it. Shows you nowhere.
So, most of you could probably do this without doing the little preparing the spaghetti.
What?
But what I'm going to go through all this stuff because if you when you learn something, you learn it the easiest, and then we get more difficult. So it's easy to divide by 4, but one of the things I've told you to do is to list your multiples. The first 9 multiples of your divisor. Again, your divisor is the number on the outside. 16, 4 times 5 equals 20. 4 times 6 equals 24. 4 times 6 equals 7, 8. Did I miss something? 28. 4 times 8 equals 32. 4 times 9 equals 36. So even though y'all know your multiples of 4, because you're old enough to know your multiples of 4,
Oh Lord.
I had a thought.
No.
So since you're old enough to know your multiples of 4, you wouldn't necessarily write them down. Probably not on your single digit divisors. You probably wouldn't have to because you'd have a multiplication chart. But the process to make it easier is to list them. Now let me ask Chase this question.
Yes. Please.
Not Jimi Hendrix,
Yes.
who's playing his guitar over there, but Chase.
Yes.
Chase.
Yes.
This is a dollar amount, $61.12. We're dividing it among 4 people. Is each person going to pay more than $10 or less than $10, you think? More.
Yeah.
Good. And I can tell that because 4 is going to go into 6. So once I find the first digit it's going to go into, it's going to have to go into every digit behind that. It's going to have a number above it in the quotient as well.
Yes.
So Chase,
Yep.
when we're dividing with decimals, the decimal point just moves straight up.
Yep.
Once I move it up, I'm done with it. I don't do any of this other stuff.
No, you don't need it.
I don't need anything else cluttering up my mind.
Nada.
The decimal point doesn't ever move anywhere but straight up. So now I have $61.12. My quotient, the decimal point, is going to be straight up. Chase this 4, go into 6.
It goes in 1.
1 time. 1 times 4 is?
1 times 4 equals, let me check my, look, 24? Oh, no. 4 times 1. 0!
4.
I thought you said 4 times 6, my bad.
I know, I can tell right now that you've thought about, maybe someday I'll be a teacher. But when you get into college and you think back, should I be a teacher? I want you to think about the exact conversation that Chase and I just had, where I said, how many times does 4 go into 6? And Chase said, oh, I'm going to be sassy and pretend like that's a stupid question. 24 times.
I actually thought
So I want you to put this conversation in your mind. So when you're going, should I go into a job that's going to pay me millions? Or wait, I can change lives and be a teacher. I will change the future. And then I want you to think, just replay that conversation. Chase, how many times will 4 go into 6? Let me see. I'm going to be sassy. Let me check my multiplication chart. 24. So I just want you to replay that conversation in your head when you go and your counselor at college says, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? As soon as you think teacher, just go, Chase, no teacher, thank you. All right, now Chase. 4 goes into 21. How many times? 5. I have my handy dandy multiples of over here. I know that 4 times 5 is 20.
That equals 1.
Bring down the 1. Chase, 4 goes into 11. How many times? 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 11 subtract 8 is? 3. Bring down the 2.
And that was not how we'll use our handy dandy.
Use our handy dandy multiples.
And 8.
8. Which is 32. So in this particular problem that I just made up off the top of my head, the other 4 people, if the first person only could pay $11.53, the other people had to pay $15.28 each. On this problem that I just made up, that you might, so hopefully it's turned in correctly, or if it's not, before I look at it in the tray, it'll be correct.
That's why he said he made it up. Actually, he actually made it up because it's a 6.
That's probably because you didn't do the. That's probably because you didn't do the paper.
Oh, let's see. Another problem. Let's look at. Can you stop, Jimi Hendrix? Can you stop doing that? 55 and 56 hundredths divided by 12. Now, I'm going to let you do this, which means I'm going to stop the video. But before you do anything, you're going to list the multiples of 12 first. Your first 9 multiples of 12. Stop. Do what I say.
Jimi Hendrix.
We'll be right back.
Jimi Hendrix just said that.
Do you even know who Jimi Hendrix is?
No idea.
Now this may be a problem you see in your future, like next week. I didn't say anything like that. Okay, so you may see a problem very similar to this next week. That's why I'm having you write it down. Nathan, did you list your multiples of 12?
Yes.
Thank you. Good. That was your turn on Team Shake. Celise.
Yes.
Celise, how many digits are going to be in front of my decimal point in my quotient?
1.
How many do you have in front of your decimal point in your quotient?
Oh, we have to do the problem.
1. Because 12 doesn't go into 5. 12 goes into 55. So once I find a place where it's going to go into, I'm having the ones place, the tenths, the hundredths.
The hundredths.
So Celise, how many times does 12 go into 55?
4 times.
4 times. I look here. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. 72 is too big. 62 big. 48 is as close as I can get without going over.
Yes.
So it's 4 times. And Celise, what is 55 subtract 48? 7. I bring down my 5. And 12 goes into 75 how many times, Celise?
5.
5.
6.
6, good. 6 because it's 72. And then the difference of 75 and 72 is what, Celise?
36.
3. Bring down my 6. And 12 goes into 36 how many times, Celise?
3. Four 36.
How do you say that like a big person? Something caught my throat.
Oh, that way.
4 and 3600ths.
63.
4 and 6300ths. Thank you.
I want to figure out.
I might.
Bueno.
I'm just saying, if I fall down, let me go to the light, please.
No!
CPR.
No.
I'm not gonna do CPR.
No,
I'm
'cause
gonna do like a big.
If they resuscitate me, Isabel, then I'm going to be back here in the same place I was before. Just let me go to the light, Isabel. Let me go to the light, Isabel. No, just let me go to the light. Boom! Shakalaka. Peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today.